At first glance, when you are looking to evolve heroes, you might be tempted to use the exact copy of the same hero, but that may not be the best solution. Welcome everybody, welcome if you don't know me, I'm BearCozy. I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational videos, and today's video is all about evolving your heroes in Eternal Evolution. Now, first things first, before we dive in, let's claim this giant pile of loot. There we go, we got some good experience and we got some good crystals. So before we dive into fusions, last time I did an update on this game on all of the things that I like, the 5 things that I enjoy the most. If you haven't seen that video, check that out. And that was a really fun video to do, and I got a comment from one of my viewers, and this was the comment that really helped me understand fusions and get much better at them, and I wanted to share this with you. Big shout out to this guy for leaving me a very helpful comment. This is amazing. And the comment says this: little hint, you should not use a hero like Omar to evolve Omar, because my instinct was to grab another copy of Omar and to use it, and that was not the best way to do it. It worked. However, with this tip, this is going to be much better for you, and I wanted to share this with you. Use a lower level hero that you can evolve up to a purple to evolve Omar. You will want to use those copies, which are not easy to come by later on when the evolution requires a purple copy of the same hero. And that is exactly the stage that I'm on. If we take a look at the evolution, we'll go here, and that is exactly where I am. Some of my heroes require purple copies of themselves, and we're gonna go through that as well, but I wanted to bring this to your attention and share this with you. So you will need a copy of the same hero, especially after he is immortal. You will need 2 copies for each evolution. So in the beginning stages, as we dive into this, I wanted to make this video to help you understand this a little bit better, and for myself to get a little better as well. In the beginning stages, when you go to evolve right from your main screen, if you don't know, evolving your heroes boosts their base stats and allows them to get stronger. Now, as you can see, some of these heroes are yellow, some of them are purple, and some of them are blue, and of course green and blue are the lower qualities. Purple is better, yellow is better, and then it goes from there. That is the highest I have gotten. So in the beginning, when you are evolving any hero, let's pick a lower level hero. You can use a lower level hero to do either a quick evolve or to use another low level hero and upgrade them, right? This will upgrade them to purple. Now in the beginning, this is okay, and you can use whatever heroes work to evolve them to purple, and you can see their stats get boosted, right? Everything goes up and they're now a higher quality hero. However, what I was doing is I automatically assumed that I needed a copy of the same exact hero. We will take Taylor the Tiger here for this example, and Taylor the Tiger is up in levels. He is at 117. However, he only has 1 crystal. He is purple, but he only has 1 crystal. So at this point, Taylor the Tiger does require another copy of himself. But if we look at some of the other heroes, like Artis or like Serena, what we can see is she is yellow and she is on her 2nd crystal right there, and she does need a epic copy of herself. And if this is confusing, I'm gonna break it down for you real quick. On the evolve screen, click the icon right here for information. Click that and you can see the first evolution is elite. You can use any purple hero to evolve them to the 1st crystal right down here. Now, on the 2nd one, when she has 1 crystal active, you need a copy of her to get her to an epic. Yellow is epic, so it goes from elite, then she gets evolved to an epic, and same thing again, when she is a base epic, you can use any elite hero to evolve her to a secondary crystal. And once she has the 2 crystals in this case, she will get evolved up to a mythic, and so on and so forth. You can see this is a very nice, helpful hint guide that'll tell you exactly what you need. And every time you evolve your heroes to a higher tier hero, right, in this case from an elite to an epic, or an epic to a mythic, or to a legendary, and so on, you need to use a copy of their own hero. So right now, my Serena is an epic, and she does require a copy of Serena to upgrade her as well. And now, as you can see, not only does her base attack go up, her base HP goes up, her base defense goes up. Now we also get another talent. she gains another crystal right down here, as you can see, from 1 crystal to 2. We can go ahead and confirm that. And now she gets much stronger. She gets Divine Light, which is awesome. Healing allies also causes damage equal to 70% of the healing amount to nearby enemies. So that is really, really good. As she heals, she ends up doing more damage, which is awesome, right? She's pulling double duty. And now we're at the point, we have 2 crystals, and now we're at the point where we need another epic. If we go back to the information screen, this is the point that I'm on. We went from regular to 1 crystal to 2 crystals, and now we're at the point where we are upgrading her to mythic. And to get her to mythic from epic, to get her to mythic, we need 1 more epic. And epics, as we know, are yellow. So at that point, we need to take somebody we are not using and upgrade them to an epic so we can evolve Serena to a mythic. I hope this is making sense. And at this case, what we're going to do is we are going to go back to evolve, and we're going to start evolving up some of the lower level heroes. Like this guy, we can just use random units, or we can use himself, or we can use whatever we need. Right now, let's use some random units that we can, so we can start evolving him later on, because we will need copies of himself to continue to evolve him. So for the purposes of this video, we need to get him or any other hero to an epic, because we now need an epic for Serena to fuse her and upgrade her to a mythic. So that is the plan. So I will do that off screen. That's going to take a little bit of time, but of course it is very, very easy to do because we have lots of heroes and we can do that. We got lots of heroes hanging around, and we can start upgrading these guys. Same thing with Artist. Now Artist is very, very good. He is at the 2nd crystal right down here, as you can see. If you do not know, Artist is a hybrid class. His damage scales with his defense, so the higher his defense is, the tankier he gets and the more damage he does. So he's not only harder to kill, but he also does really good damage. Same thing here. He will get evolved from 1 crystal to a secondary crystal, gains a bunch more HP, attack, and defense. Also unlocks another talent. When Artist's HP drops below 50%, his empowered basic attacks also gain lifesteal. And this is very, very key for him. And just to go over him very quickly, if I go to heroes, this is also found under talents. If you are looking at your heroes, by the way, how amazing are the graphics? The graphics are absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this game. This game is a breath of fresh air coming from Raid Shadow Legends and Awaken Chaos Era. This game is a breath of fresh air, and I'm really enjoying it. The playstyle is totally different, and you don't have to grind manually for everything. So if you are looking at Artists under Heroes from the main screen, you can click on his talents, and you can start upgrading his talents. As you can see, I've upgraded both of his talents. I've also upgraded his base HP, base attack, and base defense. Now I am getting to this center talent, which is split, and it says activation required. The reason why it says activation required is that's where we just were for the fusion. You have to fuse him up to a higher rarity. That is the key here. So if you are confused about the talents, there's a quick tip. Go to your fusions, go back to Artists, and then you can evolve him up. You can fuse. I keep calling it fusions. It is an evolution, but essentially you are fusing the two together. So once we evolve him to a higher rarity, right, he gains 1 crystal, so he goes from 1 to 2. His talent opens up, and now his base attacks, he gains split. When Artist's HP drops below 50%, his empowered basic attacks also gain lifesteal. And as we know, he scales from his defense. So the higher defense he has, not only the harder he is to kill, but he also does a lot more damage, meaning he also gains a lot more life. So he's extremely sustainable, extremely tanky, which makes him very, very good. And he's definitely one of my favorite heroes so far. Not to mention, look how amazing he looks. He looks amazing and he floats. So he is really, really good. So that is the video on Evolve. When you are going through, go ahead and evolve as many heroes as you can. And try to follow this information tip right up here. And follow this pattern as I've explained in the video. Because you will start to need their own copies of the same hero as you start going up in rarities. From Elite to Epic, from Epic to Mythic, from Mythic to Legendary, and then finally Immortal status, you will start needing 2 copies of the same hero, which of course is going to take some time. But considering you are going to Immortal status, that is going to be absolutely amazing. So here we go. I just evolved Serena all the way up to Mythic quality, as you can see here. It did take me a little bit of time because you do need an elite, you need a exact copy of Serena, then you need another epic, then you need any other hero that is an epic quality in her faction, and then of course she starts to go up to Mythic. Now right now she is at Mythic and I need 1 more copy of her, but I've already used a few. So as you can see right now, she is Mythic and she has no crystals on the bottom. So right now what I need to work on is getting 1 more copy of her, and then I can move on to other factions. So there it is. There's the video on the Evolve, which I've called fusions for half of the video. But essentially you are fusing 2 heroes together to evolve them. I hope you like this guide. I hope you like the tips. Big shout out to one of my viewers who left me the helpful comment. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for that tip. This actually will allow me to save my resources and be much better with my evolutions of my heroes. And now I know who to save and how to do it properly to maximize my resources. With that said, do me a huge favor, hit the like and the subscribe on this video. Also, leave me a nice comment below if you've learned something new. Let's start a conversation down on the bottom. And for more BearCozy videos, check out the top right.